Hey folks, are you a business owner, consultant, or entrepreneur who falls into one of the 5 pitfalls of problem solving? Flawed problem definition, solution confirmation, wrong framework, narrow problem framing, or miscommunication? Well, you're in luck. Today we have a book that we're going to speak about that'll give you the power to solve these problems. That book is Cracked It. So we'll go through our 4S methodology. The first S is state. Now, a problem well posed is really only half solved. We'll hear how to appropriately filter down to a properly stated problem that will set you up for success. Second, we have structure, is the architecture of problem solving. We dive into hypothesis testing and issue-driven testing and understand how these are each useful in their own right. Solve. We'll show you how you can effectively take the data you find to solve the problem. But that's not all. We'll also teach you to sell your solution. So of course, number 4, sell. When you think about it, any solution is worthless unless you can get the teams and individuals to back what you have proposed. Brilliant communication of an erroneous idea can be even more harmful. So today, we're going to hear 4 testimonials from individuals who use Cracked It to help solve the problems in their businesses and their lives. So come with me on this adventure. Let's sit back and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm the CEO of a very large video game corporation, and my company was leaking money, millions and millions of dollars a day. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't figure out what was happening. We needed help, and fast, before I had to let my company and all of our employees go and say goodbye to all the video games.
Hey guys, glad you're back. So I'm here with Andrea, CEO of a video game company. Tell you what, that was a tough story to hear. Mm-hmm. As a video game player, buyer myself, certainly don't want to see the video games go away. Mm-hmm. So we want to hear how Cracked It helped you solve your problems.
Yeah, absolutely, Martin. So Cracked It was essential in figuring out how to really solve our business challenge and figuring out what our true problem was. So we applied the TSCA framework in our business to really nail down what that problem statement was. Turns out it was extremely fungible and applicable to all areas of our business. So I'd like to take a minute, if you don't mind, to talk you through what the TSCA method is. So we'll start with T, trouble. What makes this problem real and present? I think it's safe to say leaking millions every day is a real and present problem, but let's kind of dive into more of what else goes into this problem. So O is owner. Whose problem is this? Who are we putting the blame on here? Why are we leaking these millions? Next up is S for the success criteria. In the end, what is success going to look like? And when? We had to figure out what success meant to our company. Is it just stopping the leakage of the money? Or, is it figuring out what the true problem really is? And maybe it's not the leaking of the money. Maybe it's something else that the engineering team is doing down the line, right? Mm-hmm. So next up, following the TSCA method, is C for constraints. What are the limits on the solution space? For example, what resource limitations are there? What timeline constraints are there? And what context are we working with here? So that was a big identifier that we had to really dig deep into. And then next up for TSCA is A. That's the actors. Who is really going to have a say in the way that we solve this problem? What do they want? Who are the key stakeholders? Who is going to be the cross-functional team to really implement this TSCA framework? So you can probably tell I'm really passionate about the TSCA framework. It's done incredible things for my business, and you know what? I'm happy to say that we're back in the black, we're out of the red, we're not leaking millions anymore. Our video games are flying off the shelf. Hopefully, you're one of our customers now, Martin. And I can't say enough great things about Cracked It and the TSCA framework.
Tell you what, that's a relief. I'm happy to hear it. Very impactful. Andrea, thank you for your story.
Thank you, Martin.
We're going to hear from another one of our individuals who was impacted by the powerful solutions of Cracked It. Next up, we have Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm the owner of a small business. And when we first started, things were great. We were a growing, profitable company, and we grew too fast. And now we're struggling to keep up with demand. I'm at the point where I don't know if we're gonna have to close the doors next week. The debt is just racking up. It's impacting my marriage. I've racked up a lot of personal debt and the business debt, and I just don't see any way out.
So now we're here with Jess, and Jess, wow. That was impactful. I mean, it was tough to hear how not only was your business hurting, struggling, but it also impacted you personally. So I'd like to hear how Cracked It helped you solve this problem.
Thank you, Martin. You're right. We really had to sit down and take a deep dive into our issues. We had to do a root cause analysis by using a hypothesis-driven approach to problem solving. This helps save time and energy by focusing our efforts on a consistent solution. Within structure, we found the MISSY model to be the most valuable to us as an organization. By using the MISSY method, which means mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive, we were able to use this to analyze our sub-hypothesis, to analyze each issue and find the best solution. We found that using the 80-20 rule, the 20% of our issues were equal to 80% of our insights. And Cracked It really helped us determine how some of our issues were affecting the business.
Thanks, Jess. So now we've heard how 2 of the S's fall into the problem-solving methodology from Cracked It. Next, we'll hear from Maria, who will tell us her story.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm an entrepreneur. I moved to United States 5 years ago to start my own sport nutrition company. I thought it's gonna be easy. I borrowed a bunch of money from my friends and family. I wanted to chase my American dream. Well, when I started the company with my partners, we ran into problems. We can't sell our product and we have a lot of debt, so we need a solution.
So Maria, not trying to be mean here, but to come all the way from Russia just to fail? I mean, I'm hoping that we get to hear how Cracked It helped you solve this problem.
Thank you, Martin, for your question. Yeah, when me and my partner started our first business, we really focused on how to make profits. And when we ran into a problem that our sales started decreasing and we stopped hitting our goals, we realized that finding a solution is not just one-step process. We read this amazing book, Cracked It, where we learned about design thinking approach that helps us to find a right solution. So design thinking approach consists of 5 phases: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. During the first phase, empathize, you really need to discover how you think and feel about the problem. During this phase, you need to develop rich insights about users and the problem they face. During the second stage, you need to define and actually use those insights and view the problem from a different perspective. In my case, we were viewing our problem from a perspective of our end users. The third stage is ideate. So pretty much you need to generate and examine as many potential solutions as possible, and you need to find and choose the promising one. On the first stage, you need to prototype it. So you creating a tangible form of the product that user can actually interact with and test it. That leads you to the final stage, test it. So we gave our product to our user to test it out and give us feedback that helped us to implement those feedbacks and come up with the final best solution that we possibly could make.
Thanks, Maria. Well, that's the American dream right there, folks, and Cracked It helped her get there. So we've got through 3 of the S's, now to the last, and the 4th, how to sell. And we're gonna get to Patty, and she's gonna talk about how she used sell to help solve the problems at her organization.
Hi, I'm Patty. I'm a business analyst trying to work my way up through the corporate ladder at a large health insurance firm. But year after year, I was getting overlooked for promotions, even though I was bringing great solutions to the table. My lifestyle started to suffer. I was becoming more and more disappointed, and I was getting humiliated in front of my coworkers. I couldn't figure out how to sell my cost-saving solutions to my executive team, and I didn't know what to do next.
Wow, Patty, that was touching. Can you tell us and the audience how you discovered that problem and what you did to solve it?
Yeah, of course. After adopting the 4S method, I realized my problem was a result of me not being able to sell my ideas to the executive board. At first, I was building my presentation to report the details of my problem-solving process instead of explaining the recommendation and my rationale to my managers. I made the mistake of waiting until the end of my pitch to even mention my solution. After reading Cracked It, I realized that the pyramid principle would allow me to build a clear and compelling story that will persuade my team to buy into my solution. The pyramid principle states that your core message should go first, then follow up with a few key line points. The core message needs to be crisp, to the point, one sentence that sets the direction for your pitch. Then the key line points will be the structure for your storyline, making sure to follow up with supporting facts and additional points to back up the key line message. Using this method, I got the big promotion, and now I'm the senior business analyst manager at my company.
Great, that's what I wanted to hear. I'm really happy you were able to solve that problem. Got the promotion, congratulations.
Thank you,
And I want to
Marvin.
thank you, Patty, for telling us your story today. I know it might have been a little tough at first, but we're really happy to hear that it worked out for you. And thank you to all the other individuals who told us about how Cracked It not only impacted themselves, but impacted their business. Thank you. So today we learned how Cracked It is powerful and can help you and your company solve problems using our 4S method: state, structure, solution, and sell. So today we have folks standing by for you to get not one, but 2 of your own copies. You have to call now, 555-5555, to get not only 1, but 2 of your copies of Cracked It.